Welcome to our Everlast tech support channel. Today we're going to be showing you how to replace a pump and motor assembly in your W375 water cooler. Now that we have the case off your water cooler, we're going to start by removing the zip ties that is dressing the cabling to your power switch. When you remove the wires from the power switch, you're going to have a black and a blue wire going to your motor and two yellow wires that are running down to your relay and your flow sensor. After you remove the power wires, you're going to remove the ground wire attached to the bottom frame of the machine. Now that you got the cabling out of the way, the next step will be unbolting the pump mount from the bottom frame. We'll start by removing the 4 lock nuts on the bottom of the unit, and then we'll need to flip the machine over and remove the 4 bolts holding that bracket down. Now we'll just pull the motor off to the side, and we'll start by removing the fan blade. It is a reverse thread bolt, so you'll need to turn that bolt clockwise to remove it from the face of the motor. After that, we'll start removing the water lines from the water pump. The top line will go down to the blue connection on the front of the machine, and the bottom line will go to the bottom of the tank. To remove these pinch crimps, I find it easiest to use a small pair of side cutters and just pry the crimp off around the hose. Once you remove both crimps, I find it easiest to just loosen the fittings on the pump assembly and leaving the barb fitting inside of the hose. After you have the water lines disconnected, we'll want to remove this pump bracket and mount it onto your new motor. As we begin to reinstall the pump motor, we're going to want to make sure that the caps over the inlet and outlet of the pump are removed. We're going to fish our water lines through the bottom of the pump bracket and reattaching the line coming from the bottom of the tank to the bottom of the pump motor. At this point, we'll be reinstalling the fan blade and mounting the motor back to the frame of the machine. Remember that bolt is counterclockwise to tighten it. Now it's time to reconnect the motor to the switch. Just ensure that the brown wire is on one side and the blue wire is on the other. You will need to reconnect the yellow wires for the flow sensor, and one will just connect to each side of the switch. After installing the ground wire back to the frame of the machine, you can begin to dress and zip tie all the cables to ensure nothing gets caught or pinched. Once you have everything dressed and looking pretty, we'll just flip the cooler back over and install these 4 locking nuts back on the motor mount. Thanks for working with us today. We hope that this video has helped make your pump replacement process a little bit easier.